this mobile class implements the product. It implements the product, and there it has to define all the functionality. That means public. So name, it is a string type, is equal to some Samsung mobile, right? And it will have public price. Price is a number. A number is equal to some price. And we have to implement the functionality for the total. That means total is a method. Total is a method which is a number type. Then usually it should return a number. So this dot quantity. So this dot quantity into price. That means we need to implement the quantity also. So we will use public. So public. So here quantity, and it is a number, and we defined some. And this dot quantity into this dot price, we need to print. That means this total is has to return a number. So that means it has to return a number. Then we need to define a number, right? It is returning a value. We have to use the keyword return, right? It should return the value. And we have another function, public, and which is print details, and it is an void function which should so print the details. It should print the details. And it is implementing. That means all the functionality should be defined here, configured here. That means actually it has to print the same functionality here. So that means the same functionality need to be defined here. So we can implement, you can implement, or what you can do is you can extend. In the extended class, you can define the functionality. Instead of implementing, you can extend. And when you are extending, you don't need to write this functionality again. Then you have to just use super dot print details. So print details, you have to call it. That means it will call the super print details functionality here, and it will use the functionality. So that means you don't need to redefine the functionality. You have to just extend. We have to access and use that functionality, right? Now we are creating an object for this. So let some mobile. So mobile is equal to new mobile. We are creating an object for mobile. Through mobile, I am accessing the print details function, which will print all the details. So that is actually the process of abstract. That means we are creating an abstract class which contains some incomplete functionalities which need to be implemented or extended in a later stage. And if you are creating demo.js, so it can print those details and display those details. Now, technically, after understanding this point, the first thing is what is the concept called abstraction? What is the concept called abstraction? In object-oriented programming? In object-oriented programming, technically, so abstraction is nothing but when you are using abstract members in a class, the implementation details are hidden from the user. Only functionality will be provided through an implementation, through an implemented class. That means implementation details are hidden from the user, and only the functionality is provided. Only functionality will be provided through an implemented class. What need to be implemented, user don't know. that developers will take care about that. That means hiding the implementation concept from the user and providing him an implemented class is process. This process is known as this mechanism of hiding the members in a class and providing implement class and providing implementation for those members is known as abstraction. This is what generally we call as abstraction. That means what is abstraction in programming? That means an example for this. This is an example. This is an example. Now the point is, what is abstraction? What is abstraction in OOP? What is abstraction in OOP? Technically, how you define abstraction in OOP? Actually, when you are using in a class, when you are using abstract members in a class, the implementation details are hidden from the user. Only functionality will be provided. Through an implemented class. That means what is incomplete is not given to client. What is complete is given to client. That means the concept is the mechanism of hiding the members in a class, and providing implementation for those members. Is known as implementation for those members is known as abstraction. That is actually definition abstraction. How you can achieve abstraction? Abstraction can be achieved by creating abstract classes. What is the concept of abstraction? It's very simple. The implementation is hidden. So implementation is hidden. That means what need to be implemented is not given to the client. Only implemented things are given to the client. That means the implementation details are hidden from the user. Developer will take care about all the implementation process, and he will give only implemented components to the customer. That means to the client. The process of hiding the implementation methods. That means the process of hiding what is implemented. So the process of hiding what is implemented is defined actually as abstraction. Generally, people, when we ask what is abstraction, they will simply give an answer like abstraction is data hiding. Then when you ask why you are hiding the data and what is data hiding, then you will not get a correct answer from them if they are not clear in understanding the concept. So abstraction can be achieved. Abstraction technically is nothing but abstraction means implementation is hidden. That means the mechanism of hiding the members in a class and providing the implementation for those members is known as abstraction. Technically, when we use abstract members, actually, so when we design templates, that means the incomplete functionality is not known to the user. We will provide a complete implemented functionality to the user, and our developers will take care about the implementation. That is what generally people call this as rollout.